Global happenings today. We communicate, we analyze global news. Stay tuned.
Hello, beautiful people. Welcome to Global Happiness today. Indeed, you cannot hide your past. One way or the other in future, especially when you are trying to vie for a public position, your past will come and haunt you. Your past may come and vindicate you if you have lived a good life. And your past may make or mar you if depending on what you did in the past. And it looks like Peter Obi seems to be in this situation right now. As his past is coming forward now to greet him. The moment you're going to find out what he did in the past, the Nigerians are so shocked Peter Obi did that. Even me, I was shocked. I didn't believe it. But then again, is there anything really shocking with these politicians these days? And of course, in another news, NEF have decided to tell Nigerians the consequences of Muslim ticket being made by APC and what may be the direct result. Let's go straight into the news. Let's start with what Peter Obi did in his past that is coming now to greet him. Well, a Nigerian by the name Francis B. Inameti has recounted how he nearly clashed with the presidential candidate of the Labour Party, Peter Obi, years ago in Port Harcourt. The man, through his social media account, recounted that activities at Mr. Peter Obi's warehouse located in Akpo local government area of Rivers State in the past posed traffic challenge to the residents of the community. He said while the stakeholders of the community met to discuss the nuisance caused by Mr. Peter Obi's warehouse, especially the traffic challenge caused by heavy trucks that brought wares to the warehouse, Mr. Peter Obi arrived at the meeting. He explained that at Obi's arrival, he immediately accosted him for being the major contributor to the community's challenge. According to him, despite the manner he attacked Peter Obi, his reaction was disarming. In his words, let me quote him. Let me tell you about my personal encounter with Peter Obi about 2 decades ago, that's 20 years ago. I was living in Port Harcourt along Ada George Road off Kala in Abio, Akko local government area. Peter Obi had a warehouse in Kala Road. He was a major importer of canned products like hens, salad, baked beans, ketchup, sweet corn, corned beefs, and so on. His trucks bringing goods to his warehouse constituted real nuisance to traffic. It got to a point during the rainy season where we could no longer access our homes and had to resort to parking in El Shaddai School before trekking home. So the chairman of Kala resident community, Chief Ogolo, convened a meeting to chart the way forward. We were all asked to pay some money towards fixing the road, and I was appointed as the treasurer. Just when we were rounding up, Peter Obi sorted in, and I was quick to attack him for being the major contributor to the problem, which burden was now on our collective neck. I honestly expected him to arrogantly shut me down and intimidate everyone. But what he did disarmed most of us who were spoiling for a fight against this rich man. First of all, he stood up and apologized for coming late to the meeting due to the traffic at Aba on his way from Onisha. He averred that until that moment he was not aware of the trauma his business activities were causing the resident and pledged to single-handedly find a solution to our problem. This meeting held on Saturday, and by Monday morning, heavy-duty equipment were all lined up, preparatory to the work. By Wednesday, remedial and rehabilitation work had commenced, and by the following Monday, we were driving smoothly to our houses. Peter Obi had single-handedly constructed drainages and resurfaced the Kala Road. That showed me how noble that man was, long before he even dabbled into politics. Now that is his past coming to vindicate him. Yes, some people have past. The likes of Shetima, his past is coming up, and what they are saying about him, honestly, it is not palatable to the ears. Peter will be back to back. They keep bringing his past, and his past looks like as if he behaves like a man of God. He does not even behave like a politician that he is. He acts as if he's a man of God. The way men of God should behave, that's how he's behaving. He does not look at what people will say, and these are things done in the secret. He did not shout it. There was no camera effect. Normally, before that kind of thing should be done, or being the fact that as a politician, you want people to know that you are doing community service, you bring cameraman, you bring all the big major channels, television to view how you are doing community service. He didn't even do it. Nobody knew about it. Nobody heard about it. If this man didn't come all out to say what it is, Nigerians did not know that Peter Obi at some point was doing something this glorious to Nigerians. A lot of Nigerians have been reacting to this. Let's feel the pulse of Nigerians. This one here is saying, good testimony, good market that sells itself. And that person here says, the man of vision. And that person here says, you need to know Anambra very well and the characters and calibers he governed. Even the state that houses the highest billionaires in Africa, state where a sitting governor was kidnapped and so on, he's not Jonathan. I don't know what that means. This one here is saying, obedient members, there are lots of testimonies about PO, that's Peter Obi, from north and south. So let's not relent in our prayers for God Almighty, the Most High, to grant us victory come 2023. This one here is obedient, we remain obedient. Another person here is saying, it's in every tribe there's an exception. In Igbo land, Peter Obi is a pride to reckon with. I love this man, even with all the money, he has no pride. He has no pride. I'm an Igbo person, but Peter Obi is different. See, let me tell you the truth. Whether we like it or yes, Peter Obi is one person. If we are to look for a man of integrity, we already have an idea of who to vote. If we now decide that we want to vote on party lines because of how popular the party is, because if you vote your party in, there's commissioner voting for your family members, and Nigeria is totally destroyed. There may not be a Nigeria you call your own. If you look at the pedigree of all these politicians, Tinubu will have a copy. Atiku will have a copy of his own. And each time they try to dig out the past of Peter Obi, all they seem to get is something mind blowing. He doesn't even live a life like a politician. And I have this very gut feeling that for any reason at all, Nigeria misses Peter Obi, or someone that have that level of integrity. Nigeria may not get it right. Someone like Peter Obi may not make the attempt to say he wants to vie for any position again. Because let's be truthful to ourselves. Look at him. He's a billionaire. He's not looking for food to eat. Himself and his family members, they are doing well. For any reason, if Nigeria refuses to work and Nigeria has no more, he'll just quietly move on to another country. Because these are people who really have nothing to lose. But they now have the flair to make Nigeria work. We don't usually get them. Usually, most years, some past administration, antecedents of some past administrations, and even politics of the past. We realize that sometimes one of the reasons why the youth have decided that they will not come out, their vote will not count, is because by the time PDP is messing up or PDP is goofy, they all port to APC. By the time APC is no longer working, they port to PDP. So it's the same caliber of politicians, just changing party names. So this particular guy, Mr. Peter Obi, is so different. Shouldn't we not, at least for our own good, vote him in? Because honestly speaking, if we miss it this time, just begin to, maybe by the time we miss it out, maybe the agitation people are talking about will become so heightened come 2023 after the election, if we refuse to get in Peter Obi and his vice. That's what we're going to wrap it up. Let's put it in a conversation. What's your take?